Most of us here tonight enjoy the pleasure and the feeling of having people who have room for us in their lives. You're with family. You're with friends. Some of you travel a long way to be here. Someone has made a special place for you in their house. They decorated it. They put new sheets on the bed. They cleaned their house for you. You have room. Most of us know what it is. We don't know what it's like to have been Mary and Joseph and been told there's no room for you. The first of the month, December the 1st to be precise, I received a package in the mail. It was a box, priority mail package, 9 by 12, about 2 inches thick. It shook. I was very excited with what might be inside. And I read it was from my cousin, Jimmy. Jimmy is a cousin on my parents, my dad's side. Second, third, I don't know how you figure all of those, but he's a cousin. He had sent me something in a big box. Inside were a lot of newspapers that had no meaning, crumpled up to fill the box, and a note. The note said, "These keys were your grandfather's. I thought you would want to have them." I recognized them immediately. 30 years ago, about 1984, my dad and his brothers and sisters and their families gathered at my grandparents' home to move my grandparents to my aunt's house in Lowell. They were no longer able to live by themselves, and my grandfather's health was poor. They met. We loaded up 6 trucks of stuff and hauled them back to Lowell, took my grandfather to the hospital. My dad, at that time, gave to my cousin Jimmy, his cousin, my grandfather's set of keys. For 30 years, Jimmy's carried them. He sent them to me this year and said, "I think your grandfather would want you to have them." I remember them, every one. I remember this one, the biggest on the set. It is worn thin. It is the key to their home. You could put it in the deadbolt lock and turn it. I've done it many times over the years. I can hear the lock opening now. I can hear the door creak as you push it open. I can feel my hand on the cold metal doorknob. Smell the aroma coming from the kitchen. It was just off to the right of that entranceway. I can, in my mind, walk through every room of that house, see every picture on the wall, every piece of furniture. I can hear the sound of the rain falling on that old red metal roof in the spring, hear the birds and the bees outside. The windows were always open. There was no air conditioning. You could smell the fresh fragrance of the spring rain, and the aroma of the freshly cut hay in the field next by as the attic fan pulled it in. I could remember exactly where that small box of Bob's Pure Sugar stick candy sat. My grandfather always said, "Have one of those. It's only sugar. It can't hurt you." I indulged. It always sat right next to a caramel-covered pound cake. Whenever we went there on the weekends, those 2 things, among others, were always present. Always present. I don't know how my grandmother knew to have those things always there, but they were always I knew that place. I know that